How's it going, everybody? My name is Sai, and today we are checking out Landon Tewers' new EP, Frontal Lobe Submission. Now, I've been looking forward to this for a while. I love Landon Tewers and pretty much everything he does. He's a man of many sounds. He can serenade your heart, make you feel, I wouldn't say good inside, more like desolate inside and empty. He shares a little bit of that with you. And then he can absolutely crush your soul with the most deafening, horrendous fucking screams and just brutal music overall. He's a great songwriter. He does a lot of different things. I'm kind of curious as to what this is going to be. I haven't even heard a single track off of it yet, so looking forward to that. And since I have nothing else to say about it, let's just hop right in. I see it's got a feature here, Rory Rodriguez. Rodriguez? I want to say it's Rodriguez, but I don't know. And Gabbie, Hanna. The latter of which is a little bit surprising. Didn't even know she was musically inclined. I guess we're going to find out today. And yeah, let's hop on in.
So let's get it started. Been so fucking stupid. I don't think smoking and breaking my shit is bringing the happiness I used to get. My car and my keys never moved, got so jaded. Fuck the world except my woman.
What?
Better move that shit, 'cause I'm coming for the neck again. Okay, tame it down a bit. I took a break to escape the game, but it's better when I'm listening.
Alright, got a little bit of that aggression in there for a second. Come on.
Fucking leave me alone, I don't care anymore.
Alright, we're off to an interesting start. Alright. This is Kill Me with Rory. I'm not going to say his last name again because I feel like I'm either butchering it or Spotify butchered it. I'm not sure which one. We're just going to let that hash itself out in the comments. This is a little quiet. I'm going to turn this up a bit.
So kill me. I won't even feel it if you're with me.
Alright. There he is. I like this melody here. Because you can hear like the different voices layering in, and it gives it a much brighter sound despite the fact that he's essentially asking for somebody to op him. Fuck, those raw vocals, dude. I'm liking this combination so far where he's got like more upbeat sounding songs, but then the rawness comes through in his voice and you really feel how the subject matter is really coming across, which is not pleasant at all. A lot of little side commentary too. Alright, Gabbie, Hanna. Let's see what this is all about. Acoustic. Okay.
I hadn't had true love and it feels sort of disgusting. I don't think you should want it with me. Anything if I got you. So
those falsettos, I don't know which one it is actually, but those falsettos are hella good. It's very soulful almost. Oh, there she is.
I hadn't had true
Really works well with these like kind of like lo-fi aesthetic they're going with the drums and the bass here. The bass, not brace.
I don't need anything if I got you. So fuck they say. Stupid bitches got me famous.
Really love this beat, man. Is that the second sax attack in just as many weeks? Okay. Yes. Okay, more acoustic intro. Liking the variance in these songs. I'm building up drum roll.
Is it my fault I've worn so thin and everything? And I can't catch my breath in almost every string. Train away.
Again with these like more high-pitched sounding choruses, and then just this brutal motherfucking raw kind of shouts sing he's doing. So much great distortion. I feel like I hear kind of like guitar harmonics there for a moment. It's a really nice sound, just like little textures in the background. It's really adding to the production of this whole thing, honestly. God, it's so explosive with that emotion, man. Always with those raw and curt vocal lyrics too. You didn't need to go that long to take a breath.
I can see the faces of people staring.
That's pushing way more forward in the mix than anything he's been singing so far. Ooh.
Smoke on something strange, make you feel alive.
It's such a minimalistic production. So whenever weird stuff like that pops up, it's like, whoa, you know? Nope. Distorted bass.
Dead friends, I take their place. I'd kill myself, but I
Hitting that modern pop / R&B vibe now.
I've been living life good, yeah.
When I'm gone, it's like the next song. Stupid little observation, but I wonder if there's a connection. This does feel a little bit like a longish intermission, you know?
Say what?
It's kind of an abrupt jump. Okay. Let's close this out. More of that beautiful acoustic work. Oh yeah.
I was up late last night, thinking back on old times. I never lived in the moment, and I lose control. I'm at home, and I found peace.
Oh.
It's not your fault.
Ooh, this this is dark actually. It's starting to get a little bit more distorted too. Some intentional clipping happening. At least I hope it's intentional.
I still crave the things that helped erase the ones who pushed me through. Ooh, so when I'm gone, I spend these days now at war with who I was. Now I found peace.
It's not really explosive, but it's definitely, it's got more of a build to it. More energy. It's very subtle. A lot of this stuff is very low-key. And that is that. Okay. Let's get some thoughts on that, huh? Alrighty. So that was Frontal Lobe Submission by Landon Tewers, and I quite enjoyed that. That was pretty good. There were some parts where, you know, it was not necessarily my cup of tea. Like, I mean, y'all know. When you come here, you know, I'm kind of a metal guy overall. I do like other genres. I do dabble a lot in other genres. But usually, my best of the best lists are going to be comprised of mostly metal. It's just, that is how the cookie crumbles. And, yeah. So as far as that goes, you know, there is that slight barrier. But I kind of think this jumps over the barrier quite a bit, because I do like the diversity that's on display. Especially in the first half. I'm going to say that, like, outright. Flat out, I enjoy the first half of this EP a lot more than I enjoyed the second half. I still enjoy the second half, but the first half of this EP was shaping up to be something truly, truly, truly spectacular. I still find it to be quite spectacular, but you know, there's certain intensities, you know what I mean? There's like, okay, I really, really love it, or this is the best thing ever. I'm on really, really love it right now. I really, really, really enjoy it. Gospel Therapy, big standout immediately. I love the kind of hip-hop themes that they were playing with. How he got very aggressive and started shouting over the beats, and then he would drop out, crack a joke here or there, say fuck it, I don't care. It's this kind of chaotic fucking back and forth attitude that is simultaneously funny and sad. It's a bit sad, honestly, because it is really, it's poking at the mental illnesses and, you know, this kind of what's the word? I wouldn't say misanthropy, but I mean, it's kind of like that. It's just like, whatever, I don't give a fuck anymore. Giving up, so to speak. So there is a tinge of sadness. The sadness is throughout all this, but it's nothing new. If you're familiar with Landon Tewers' work at all, most of it is either sad or unrelentingly brutal. I mean, there's not a whole lot of cheer to be had, except for when it's cheer at the expense of somebody else, like his Christmas EP or something like that, you know? Kill Me, another one that's like, it's really jovial and upbeat, but the subject matter is really sad. It's I know there's a video for this. I'm sure the video is super emotional as well, but there's a lot of self-loathing, I feel like, on this record. There's a lot of self-loathing. There's a little bit of the relationship hate that I do see every now and then from him, like on Dispose. But there's just a lot of lyrical themes that follow him around, I feel like. And the main difference here is the delivery. And the delivery so far, you know, you got Kill Me, which is more of kind of like a pop rock, you know, jam with, again, some of the screams and intensity that you expect from Landon mixed in there. And then you got Gospel Therapy, which is that hip-hop blend, which brings me to F-pacing. F-pacing is where it really starts to get interesting, because F-pacing, F's pacing, like the pacing's all over the place, but it's like soulful, like gospel soul jingle, and then, you know, when it slows down, it's kind of more like a radio pop song from the mid-2000s almost. Just very stripped down production, and that's the other thing I want to get into, is like the production. There's moments of production that are really dense and full of sound, but they're very few and far between. There's a lot of playing with minimalism here. There's a lot of just him with some reverbed vocals and some lo-fi drums playing, and not much else, you know. Same with when Gabbie Hanna's singing. It's mostly just her and like a little bit of acoustic here and there, but there isn't a whole lot going on. Rather, what's going on is like one or two tracks, it feels like, being played with a lot of different effects to make them sound bigger and fuller, but ultimately it's like one or two instruments, which makes a really very interesting sound. It feels almost like empty, but at the same time it gives you those same warm feels as like a really over-the-top lush production. I honestly, that's kind of my favorite part about this, is just all the different experiments with production on here. Everything else, you know, I kind of expect from Landon, you know, really deep vocals, really passionate delivery, interesting songwriting, but ultimately what stands out on this is the production, because the production is unlike anything I've heard him put out. It's unlike a lot of music, and I really enjoyed that aspect a lot. The only, like I said, the only thing I really wasn't huge on was, like, I felt like the last 3 songs were a little bit draggy. They could have been shorter. Like, I felt like, it Gave My All, I think? No, Just Talking. Just Talking felt a little bit like an intermission that went on for a little bit too long. Still really good sounding. I just felt it kind of dragged a little bit. And that's kind of weird to say on an EP. You know, it's kind of hard to make an EP drag a little bit, so that is slightly unfortunate, but that's kind of a nitpick. Overall, very, very positive experience with this. I really enjoyed it. I felt a lot of parts of it, actually, like especially with his more harsher vocal deliveries, because they're so few and far between on this record. They hit hard when they come up, because you can kind of tell they're meant to. They're engineered toward that explosive nature, and all the height of all of his emotions just rupturing forth, and it's really passionate, epic delivery of it, and I'm a huge fan of that. I definitely liked this EP. If you liked it, you should go check out the whole thing down below. Link will be in the description to purchase it, to support him. Apparently, whatever method he used to release this fucked him over big time on the release, so definitely show him as much support as you absolutely can, preferably through merch. I don't know if they're fucking him on sales or what. I don't know. I'm not gonna pretend to know about that, but other than that, that's all I got for you guys. If you liked my video, please go subscribe, hit the like button, all that usual shit that we ask you to do on YouTube here. And keep your eyes peeled for a Loathe reaction, their latest album. I kept hearing it pop up on, you know, top 10 album of the year's #1. It's Loathe. So I'm curious, and we're going to be checking that out. And that will be my next full album reaction, after which I'm not sure, it's kind of no man's land. I think they're releasing new music, so maybe we'll have 2 weeks of Loathe. I don't know. Who knows? Either way, hope you guys stick with me for the ride. And yeah, that's it for me. See you guys later. Peace. Oh yeah, don't forget to follow me on Twitch, Signapple, twitch.tv/Signapple. If you have individual song requests, that is the best place to go, because on Fridays we will be listening to them and jamming out over there. So do that. Link in the description below.